Tulsa looks good on you, your one-stop resource for all things Tulsa. Well, hey there, it's Jennie Wolek with the Wolek Group, Keller Realty. Tulsa looks good on you. Tulsa looks fantastic on the Lindsey House, and I'm so excited to talk to Amanda about everything y'all do over there. So Amanda, it's so good to see you. I can't wait to hear about the Lindsey House. Tell us all about it.
Thank you, Jennie, for having me. Well, we are a transitional living facility for moms with kiddos. So we help moms who are facing situational homelessness for any number of reasons, really. And they come stay with us for 1 to 2 years and really work on stabilizing their employment. And then they're working through a series of curriculum that helps them learn how to budget and stick to those budgets. It walks them through some training and life skills, but really heavily focused on helping these ladies pay off their debt and then save money during their time with us so that when they leave, they can be really productive, successful heads of households.
So for whatever reason that they ended up at the Lindsey House, they might have not learned some of these life skills or budgeting skills in the past. And so are you finding that's just so beneficial to get them up and going and flying out there in the world?
Yeah, we're really finding that, especially when we look to our graduates, that they're still using these skills that they're learning here to stay within their budgets and keep those emergency savings funds, not incur new debt. I thankfully my parents taught me a little bit about financial management, but we've had women come here and they don't even know what a credit score is. So going through these lessons and working one-on-one with their case manager is just so helpful to really stop and look at where your money is going, learning what wants versus needs are, and just learning to prioritize and stick to those budgets and being held accountable here by their case managers.
Right. And this is just a flaw in our whole education system, is that our young people are not taught how to budget and balance a checkbook and all of that stuff. So this is just so great that you're able to help, at least at this point. How did the Lindsey House get started anyway?
Well, back in 2010, there was a Sunday school group with First Presbyterian Tulsa, and they had gone on a mission trip out of state. And when they got back to Tulsa, they just really thought, what can we do here? Where is the need in Tulsa? And they noticed that single moms with kids were an unmet need here. And so they just came together and formed the Lindsey House. For about 10 years, we were located in a 100-year-old building downtown Tulsa. And then just realize that need keeps growing. There's just so many people, especially today with some of the housing crisis, the affordable housing. It's just such a needed program in our community that we built a new building just north of downtown and doubled our capacity. So at this point, we have 24 apartments here, so we can serve 24 families at a time. And we know that once a mom can find safe housing for herself and her kids, she can really start goal setting and working towards our goals and her goals for the future.
What's been the greatest lesson that you've learned about just our society or being able to give back in this way? What's the greatest need that we still have, I guess?
Well, I'll tell you the lesson that I've learned and continue to learn every day is that the women who come to our program and are looking for help are not that different than you and I. There are some that maybe have made some poor decisions in their history, but there are some that have just had bad luck, or they just didn't come from families that were supportive. They haven't grown up with that community. And you see when they come here, they're looking for that. They're looking for community. They're looking for people to support them and hold them accountable. And I see myself in a lot of these women all the time. They just need a little bit of a hand up. They're not looking for any more handouts. They want a hand up so that they can go on and provide for their family.
That's a beautiful way of saying it. So then how can we help?
So Lindsey House is a nonprofit organization. We are fully funded by the generosity of the community. We receive a lot of support from area foundations here. Tulsa has great foundations. A lot of times we get some giving from corporate organizations around here. A lot of our support just comes from individuals who come out, they see Lindsey House, they see what we're doing, they hear about what we're doing, and they think it's a worthy cause, and they decide to give us a donation.
Well, it's a beautiful space, and I can see how someone that got to live there could really thrive in that environment. You have so many features. So, talk about some of the different things that, if you didn't know, the Lindsey House has and offers that you have going on inside there.
A lot of times when people come here, it's great because we'll give them a tour and they say, this is better than my first apartment.
Right.
We really appreciate the fact that our building gives families a sense of dignity. Each family has their very own apartment that has their beds, their bathroom, their kitchen, but we have a great, well, what we call a great room where we can all come together for special events, or sometimes groups come in and do second Saturday events. So they'll do arts and crafts with the kids and the moms. We have a great playground for the kids. It's always busy in nice weather like today after school. And then we have a community clothing closet and pantry. So sometimes we get donations from the public. We put them in that clothing closet there. We have a great partnership with some people that provide items for our pantry. I think I've told you before, our moms are definitely budgeting and learning how to budget for things like groceries and paper towels and laundry. But sometimes if their kids have missed a few days and they've had to miss work, sometimes their paycheck's a little light. So that pantry stays open all the time, and families are able to utilize those donations at any point. So that's one of the great things about the building.
And you're always accepting donations during your normal 9 to 5, Monday through Friday hours, right?
We are, yes. And just to remind people, we don't have a lot of storage here. So we love to keep all the donations kind of seasonally appropriate, just so that we're not trying to store for the next upcoming season.
That's great. And a laundry room. I think that is very, very special. And it's a very clean and neat laundry room as well.
I think sometimes people might take that for granted, but if you're a single mom and you've got, I'm thinking of a mom right now who's got a 2 and a 3-year-old, and nobody wants to lug your laundry and your kids to the laundromat. So having that on site here is really a blessing.
I love it. I love it. Well, how can people best find you to learn more, to give back, to do what they can to support the Lindsey House?
I think the best way, you can find out more information about us on our website, which is just lindseyhouse.org, and Lindsey is Lindsey. So lindseyhouse.org has a lot of information, and people can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can look up Lindsey House there and follow us. We like to post a lot of success stories there. And then sometimes if we're in need of some items, we post them on there as well.
That's so great. Well, thank you for all you guys do to help out those that may need, like you said, just a little bit of extra, but there's just such a gap, I think, sometimes in our community. And so I really feel like you're filling that gap for so many. So thank you for all that you guys do.
Thank you, Jenny. We appreciate you spotlighting us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.
Yep. See you soon.